Kính thưa toàn thể quý vị, thì chúng ta đã nghe 4 bài phát biểu trước đề cập rất nhiều vấn đề liên quan đến cái giải pháp cũng như thành phố về thông tin thông minh. Bây giờ chúng ta sẽ nghe tiếp một tham luận của ông Danny Yeoh, là giám đốc chiến lược marketing của ZTE. Thì ông Danny sẽ có bài trình bày liên quan đến các giải pháp của các cái giải pháp và những cái sản phẩm hay những cái và những cái khuyến nghị của ZTE trong việc phát triển thành phố thông minh. Xin mời ông Danny.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You can hear me very clearly, I think. So it's quite loud, very nice. And the first half of the morning presentation, it was great, a lot of sharing. Despite of I could not understand Vietnamese completely. But I tried to pick up as much as possible from the translation. Yeah. And first of all, I'm Danny Yeoh. I'm from ZTE International. I work in ZTE Corporation. For international market, I focus in Asia Pacific business. I'm Malaysian. I'm based in Kuala Lumpur. I've been in the region for more than 20 years. So I'm in the telecom field since 2G era, the 3G to 4G, and now it's 5G. In Ho Chi Minh, it's my first trip after 24 years. That was the time when I was just small kids, boys. Now it has changed a lot. I just arrived last night. I've not seen so much, but I know thousands and thousands of motorbikes on the street. But a lot of infrastructure has changed, which I'm very impressed. But I hope I have time to have a look, hopefully tomorrow, and how much these changes that will actually lead future Vietnam, digital Vietnam, that the ministry or the government has launched Vietnam 4.0. That's something has been talked a lot from the morning session. And today my topic, I will touch on mainly on the digital society and the trend to the future, which I think is very important so that we understand what is the foreseeable future going to look like, which our friend has talked quite substantially, which I also going to touch on it. And so for myself, in the field for so long, and also live in Britain in the 1990s, in the new millennium, I also live in Sweden, Finland, and of course, most part of my time and my life in this region. So I know pretty well the ecosystem, the economy in the Southeast Asia region, right? And I have a short time for this presentation, 20 minutes, but I will not drag so much. Hopefully you have a question or Q&A later, we can take on from there, all right? Now, you look at the technology evolution for the past 1 century. The traffic and services all coming from the voice. Moving forward, that you see a lot on the broadband. It's already started 1 decade ago, at least if looking at 3G, internet. People are on the internet. Our friend talked about smartphone in 2007. And 2007, that has changed a different landscape, only not on the internet, but everyone is with a mini computer on the hand. And that has picked up the so-called digital life. No matter how you can call on, digital life is all in right now in our society. But going forward, from now 4G has been very successful broadband connectivity for everyone. And Dennis was talked about more than 50% of Vietnamese society already connected, just right on the phone itself, right? So we don't calculate or talk about on the computer level. Yeah, talking about every user connected. Globally, we already connected, almost everyone 100%. Now into 5G, we are looking at hyper broadband, or we can so-called ultra broadband. And that is something else that I'm going to touch on in the coming slide. Now, the future connectivity. The pace of change is so dramatic, different. You look at people connected as of today is already more than 7 billion. Population 7.3 billion, connection is more than 7.3 billion. Now what is the next group? The next group is all about Internet of Things. It's all about devices with IP addresses on the Internet. And don't look at the number, and whether the number is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. What matters the most is the growth is the Internet of devices. Now, if anyone agree with me, every screen is some form of information. You look at the screen, devices, whatsoever, any content, any screen, anywhere, it's all about filled up with information. And our friends talk about big data. And big data is information. So what is that? Data is a new oil. AI is the new electricity. And AI has so much power to transform the new industry going forward. And you could imagine, but AI is just the beginning. It's still very premature to talk about so much on AI right now, but you will see is that the trend is going up. AI in Alibaba platform, AI they want to use in the autonomous driving. So the kickstart of THØNG is an e-commerce platform where AI has the capacity and intelligence to do a lot of analysis to tell in advance. AI will kickstart in the autonomous driving in the car. So there are so much things right now in the US are working on AI as well in China. These two countries invest more than $20 billion AI research and development. Everything. Going forward, everything connected intelligently, real time, personalized, and cross the platform. So everything you look at around that in your digital life are connected to internet. So internet of everything, everyone, anywhere, anytime. So our future generation, kids, family, friends, and our living environment is all Internet of Things. And there is no one right now in this hall without device connected to the network. There is no one, right? So you walk out on the street, everyone has that. I've been in the region or other country, close to our country right now here is Myanmar. Myanmar just started 4 years ago, their communication network. And they still talk about over 60% of people connect to internet, connect to the smartphone. It's one very hot topic, cybersecurity. So much information goes to the internet. This security is one of the most important areas to focus on in any organization and a policy maker that has to ensure that cyber security is well protected, right? Because otherwise the hacker will hack into the network and then produce a threat to the country and the city and the people. In Europe, one example, Germany, they have billions of dollars lost to this cyber security reason every year, because this is not an easy issue to tackle on. But I hope a policymaker has a very stringent security, because the people, the accessibility by authority and so forth, that has to be seriously looked at. Now, I'm going to touch on the characteristic of IoT. What is that IoT actually? It's about devices as an IP address and connect to internet, and connect to platform and connect to other devices. So it's a communication around the whole entire internet world. Now, the 4 major characteristics you look at IoT is a massive connection. In the wireless context, especially addressed in a new network society, is the LTE, the 4G network to a 5G. 4G network, you are able to connect more than 100,000 in one small cell, right? One cell of an LTE network. And in 5G, then you're looking at millions of devices in one cell. So this is one of the distinguish of IoT in the wireless network. Improve of coverage. So when you talk about NB-IoT, LTE-based or eMTC, LTE-based technology, and then you're looking at tens of kilometers away of coverage from the current base station. Power efficiency. I think one of our friends are talking about, you're looking at number of years of battery life of the device. And here, you'll be using LTE-based technology, then you're looking at 10 years of battery life upon your installation, power on, and that will last at least 10 years going forward. And then because a lot of new efficiency, power saving mode will actually turn off and turn on the devices. So this is going to help a lot for the smart city, because there will be thousands and millions of devices out there and sensors out there, and then you make sure the power life is very long. Obviously, of course, the ecosystem build up, you need to have low-cost devices out in the market so that you build the whole entire ecosystem. Now, in terms of penetration trend of IoT, looking at the fundamental of network, we need to have a technology to enable the IoT in the society, regardless in the government, vertical segment, enterprises or consumer segment. So network is a fundamental infrastructure need to be built. Then a platform, our colleague, your friends in the morning will talk about connection management application enabling platform. So platform is a house of data information, is new oil for the industry. So housing this information or connectivity is very critical so that you will provide beneficial information exactly what are these information and sensors out there to be benefit to the country, to the society. So you're looking at application, then you are focusing whether you're looking at consumer needs or you're looking at government needs, vertical segment, or enterprises needs, like example, smart gas, smart metering, smart water metering. So these are all the different vertical segments that you have to look at, because you're looking at smart city IoT, usually is driven by government. So enterprises or the network provider will support this infrastructure connectivity. ZTE, one example, that ZTE is a top 4 global technology provider, and ZTE has installed more than 3 million of smart metering. Just one example on smart metering, water metering across China city. So, and other technology, you're looking at water monitoring, flood monitoring. So there are some of the technology that we have, which I will not include in the slide. In terms of IoT platform or IoT global test lab, ZTE has 7 around the world, 4 in China. We have 1 in Belgium and 1 in Spain, as well as South Africa in Johannesburg city. So actually this open lab platform or environment is encourage business partner as well as a service provider to have extensive tests of IoT, regardless you are looking at a smart city or this consumer application. In the IoT strategy point of view, our corporate level, we have this chipset and module. We have developed IoT chipsets, very particularly in the MINH and eMTC. So both are LTE-based technology. From a network side, and as I mentioned, MINH, eMTC are LTE-based. NAV, SDN, you need a communication network, and LTE, pre-5G radio, and 5G new radio. So these are one of the areas that we have in the network in order to enable the IoT in any place in the world. Now, cloud platform, there's a DÜNG cloud platform that we have. So this is also one of the areas that we talk about connectivity, device management, and subscriber management. You're looking at the IoT for Vietnam. So 3C principle, we're looking at connect, collect, and consume. So here are the area that we're talking about connect. So devices, technology layer, the platform layer, as well as vertical services application, the government segment or enterprises or consumer segment you are looking at. So these all areas that ZTE has an experience to help Vietnam to enable the IoT in the future. This is all I have for my short presentation. Thank you for listening. Is there any question? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny, for the presentation.